Hello folks, and welcome to this week's Hi-Fi News, etc. Got lots of news for you, as per usual, and as per usual, before that, trivia. And we are changing the theme to what we're going to do. General studies, I think we'll call this one, and this particular question will be very familiar to some of you. May Fox, a few others, a bit of a chin scratcher for everybody else in the middle, and it is this. Which of Britain's best known and longest established acts was named by fusing the names of two obscure bluesmen from the area of Eastern Seaboard, known as the, how do you pronounce this, Piedmont? Piedmont? Piedmont. Tell me if I'm wrong, please. I never know how to pronounce these names. Anyway, one more time. Which of Britain's best known and longest established acts was named by fusing the names of two obscure bluesmen from the area of the Eastern Seaboard known as the Piedmont? Doesn't sound right. I'm not quite sure why. Anyway, tell me again if I'm wrong. As per usual, please, no searching amongst the archives, no Googling, no AI canoodling, none of that rubbish, please. Just have a little think. This is just a bit of fun. At the end of the video, I will give you the answer. Until then, Hi-Fi News. To begin, we're looking at Pro-Ject, who are pretty active lately. They've released quite a few bits and pieces, and here is another one. It's called the Pre Box S3. It sports 13 inputs and outputs, and Pro-Ject is basically calling this a hub for vinyl digital sources, TV audio, and wireless streaming. Specifically, it offers two line-level RCAs for CD players and the like, a moving magnet phono amplifier built in, a couple of opticals. You get a coax USB-C, HDMI, eARC, Bluetooth 5.0 with aptX HD. And it keeps going. Variable RCA output, 6.3mm headphone output. Obviously there's a built-in headphone amplifier here too. Fixed line level output for second zones or external equipment. Subwoofer output, and a few extra bits and pieces like triggers and what have you. Inside we have a DAC chip based on the Cirrus Logic CS4344 that supports up to 24-bit 192. You get motor-driven volume control, dual mono design, all in black or silver. Price £499. As per usual, and with the other products in this video, down below I will put contacts if you want to know more, want to learn more, want to read to your heart's content. Ruark have been brushing up on their CSE woodwork with the R810 MiE, which stands for Made in England. As part of the company's 40th anniversary celebrations, Ruark has launched a limited version of their R810 Radiogram. I think I'm safe in calling it a radiogram. Has that sort of 60s ethic. The new R810 MiE, made in England as I say, features cabinet and grille components crafted exclusively by a company called Storm Furniture. This is an artisan maker and member of, would you believe, the Guild of Master Craftsmen, no less. I thought they went out with Elizabeth I, obviously not. Hence the two finishes, the so-called pentacord walnut, don't know what that means, and leaf line oak. I can visualize what that means, but never heard of that before. Only 50 pieces of each finish will ever be produced, each bearing an engraved wooden plaque. I like the idea of that. Most plaques are metal, aren't they? And they're etched. This is all about wood, so give it a wooden plaque. I like that. Anyway, it's on the rear, and it's there as a proof of authenticity. Selected veneers are cut or have been cut and arranged before being bonded to the R810 cabinet. Once cured, multiple layers of lacquer are then applied, hand sanding, lots of shine, all that kind of stuff. UK retail price, well, it ain't cheap as you might expect, £6,495, and I would guess most of that is to do with the wood and the expertise and the finish. It's very expensive. You'd be surprised how expensive even veneer is on a pair of speakers, for example. I was quite shocked when I learnt about this. Anyway, so I'm sure most of the price goes into the wood. So you fancy buying one, where do you buy it from? Apparently not Ruark. There's going to be retail partners, a select, exclusive selection of retail partners, and the company Ruark has yet to announce those. So stand by your beds and wait for orders. Oh, and on a techie level, as a quick reminder, the unit supports Apple AirPlay, Google Cast, Spotify Connect, Tidal Connect, Qobuz Connect, built-in, Apple Music, BBC Sounds, Deezer and more as well. Hi-res music is supported, 32-bit one line 2, apparently PCM, Internet, DAB and DAB Plus radio is featured too, as well as FM. You get HDMI, ARC and eARC. Bluetooth is there, apparently there's a built-in phono amp, and the size of this thing, because that might be a deal breaker, is 660mm by 1000, it's fairly long, by 435mm. It includes a polished chrome stand. Next we have the Osetra amp from, how do you pronounce this company's name? They featured before on these videos, Mola Mola, vice versa. I ain't sure. I'm going to call them Mola Mola because I'm in a dentist kind of frame of mind. Based on the company's Trajectum Class D amplifier technology, the Osetra. I've added a little bit of Italian there. I'm not quite sure why, but it kind of fits. This is a 300 watt into 8 ohm fully bridged mono power amplifier, fully balanced from input to output. It features a newly engineered power supply, a new discrete Class A input stage, and all new discrete Class A gain stages. The new discrete Class A DC coupled input stage, similar to that developed by the Mola Mola Ossetra preamplifier, delivers a high impedance input for the source or preamp, adds gain, and according to the company, ensures that no DC or other signal unrelated noise enters the power stage. Balanced and unbalanced inputs are selectable via a switch. 2 pairs of Furatech binding posts are bi-wired directly to the amplifier PCB using Kubala Sosna cable, which is included. Never heard of Kubala Sosna. I assume it's good. The price is also, well, depends on your wallet, is also interesting. £7,999 is that price. Now, I reviewed the Topping DX52 a little while ago. I will put a link above. And for that particular DX52, there has been a recent firmware update, and it adds headphone crossfeed processing designed to deliver, says the company, a more speaker-like experience when listening through headphones. Developed by Topping itself, it simulates HRTF. And what's HRTF, Paul? You say, well, I'll tell you, head-related transfer function. And what does that mean? Well, as I say, it's supposed to sound like a pair of speakers on your head. simulating room acoustics, reportedly improving imaging accuracy and spatial depth. The new headphone crossfeed feature is available free of charge to every DX52 owner who updates their unit's firmware to version 2.07. Next we have Arcam, and there are a few other bits about Arcam that I could talk about. There's some AV equipment out there, but I'm not going to talk about those here because I want to talk about their new speaker line. It's been a long time since Arcam did speakers. I think they may have done some third-party bits and pieces for other people, but their own gear, I don't think they've released their own speakers badged as Arcam since the mid-80s, possibly. Anyway, this lineup is called the Radia speaker series, which consists of 2 bookshelf models, a center channel, a subwoofer, and 2 floor stander models. Finished in black walnut wood veneer, the cabinets hold magnetically attached grills, while optional solid aluminium stands are available apparently for the bookshelf models. The cabinets are rigidly cross-braced. All 5 passive speaker models feature a 25mm DCC aluminium dome tweeter mounted in an acoustic lens waveguide. Low and mid-frequency performance is handled by micro-ceramic composite cone woofers. The R15, R35 and R35C models use a 130mm MCC driver. The larger R25 and R45 models employ a 165mm version. Mid-range juices are handled by the DCC drivers, deep ceramic composite drivers. The R35 uses a 130mm unit, the R45 a 165mm unit. Completing the range, the R25B subwoofer features a 250mm, that's what, a 10-inch coated fiber composite cone woofer. These are not out yet. I think May 2026 is what you're looking at. There's a whole host of prices. I will put those on the screen now and you can have a peruse. And that's your lot, folks. Thank you very much for staying to the end of this video. Before you go, let me give you an answer to that trivia question. And it is, one more time, which of Britain's best known and longest established acts was named by fusing the names of 2 obscure bluesmen from the area of the eastern seaboard known as the Piedmont? And the answer, of course, is Pink Floyd. Now, apparently, and there are arguments for and against this particular piece of evidence, the young Syd Barrett noticed the names of Pink Anderson and Floyd Council in the sleeve notes of the 1962 album by Blind Boy Fuller. He took the first names and combined them, accidentally happening on precisely the otherworldly vibe that seemed to suit his band, who began calling themselves the Pink Floyd Sound in 1965, abbreviating their name to Pink Floyd from the following year. So now you know. Thank you very much for staying to the end of this particular video. Thank you also for all of your support. If you'd like to continue that support, please consider joining my Patreon, which actually funds this channel, keeps it all going. Also, I'll have links down below for my Facebook group and my website. And as I say, there will be links to all of the products in this video down in the description as well. I'll be back next weekend, maybe Saturday, maybe Sunday, with another one of these. So, be great to have your company then. Until then, folks, bye-bye for now.